what that dang and go denyo. Oh, what that dang. This is the voice of the patriot, where we speak truth to power. Now here we don't criticize, but if we must, it will be only on one condition: to build and not to destroy. That is why we keep saying we are in the service of God and country. Now be warned. Here we are not neutral, never. We have actually taken sides. The side of the truth. That is why we call ourselves the headquarters of the truth. My brother, my sister, from the control tower, the office of the patriot, this is the voice of the people. My brother, my sister, today we have a number of issues to look at, but let's look at the biggest issue today. Now this is what I'm reading from Ghana Web, and it says 5.1 million Ghana cedis of my alleged stolen money was used to buy 3 vehicles for Mahama. And that's Edu Boakye speaking. And I read, former Director General of the National Signals Bureau, Kwabena Edu Boakye, has made a shocking revelation regarding the financial embezzlement charges brought against him by the Attorney General and the Minister of Justice, Dominic Ayine. Writing a letter from the Iyoko cells, where he is currently held, Edu Boakye disclosed that the money amounting to 49 million Ghana cedis, for which reason he is facing 11 charges, including stealing and causing financial loss to the state, were partly paid to the then President-elect of Ghana, John Dramani Mahama. According to his letter written to the National Security Coordinator and cited by Ghana Web, over 5.1 million Ghana cedis was used to purchase 3 vehicles for the president. Edu Boakye mentioned a 2024 Nissan Patrol Platinum, 2024 Nissan Patrol Titanium, and 2022 Land Cruiser GXR. The money he stated was paid to a special aid to the president. My brother, my sister. So, Kwabena Edu Boakye is standing trial for 11 charges, including stealing and embezzlement of public funds. And this is the first bomb he has thrown. What is the truth about it? Now, there is a response from the presidency. And I'm reading this from Ghana Web. It says, Mahama car gift. Kwachi Ofosu discloses source of 2 vehicles. Now, the Minister of State in charge of government communications, Felix Kwachi Ofosu, has finally disclosed the source of the 2 vehicles that were presented as gifts to President John Dramani Mahama. Now, speaking on Asensu FM on May 7, 2025, Felix Kwachi Ofosu disclosed that the vehicles were donated by a Ghanaian company and a Chinese firm as part of efforts to support a green energy initiative alleged, in fact, aligned with the government's vision, noting that the vehicles in question were electric. The cars I presented to the state through the chief of staff were electric vehicles that use batteries. Since it is modern, some companies want to introduce it into the country. Well, this is not in direct response, in fact, to the allegation that 5.1 million Ghana cedis was actually paid to the then president, John Dramani Mahama. But we have many more things coming up. Atachia, who is the lawyer of Kwabena Edu Boakye, says that prosecuting Edu Boakye has national security implications. That's what he says. My brother, my sister, But let us look at what the letter actually contains. And let's look at it deeply. Full list of beneficiaries of Addo Boakye's 49 million Ghana cedi national security giveaways. And I read, embattled former Director General of the National Signals Bureau, Kwabena Addo Boakye, has called out the Attorney General Dr. Dominic Ayine for supposedly accusing him of stealing 49 million Ghana cedis belonging to the Bureau. Now, in a letter addressed to the National Security Coordinator and the National Security Advisor, Addo Boakye, who is currently in the custody of the Economic and Organized Crime Office, IOCO, said that the said amount was used for special national security operations. He went on to give details of how the 49 million Ghana cedis, which he indicated was from the Special Operations Fund of the NSB, was expended. He listed 10 operations as well as the individuals and outfits who benefited from the funds and the amounts they received. The list included a supposed disbursement of over 9.5 million Ghana cedis to ISC Holdings for special operations in 2020. 6.9 million Ghana cedis to various personnel for Operation Conquered Fist between 2020 and 2024, and over 3.7 million Ghana cedis for Operation Calm Live to various individuals between 2020 and 2024. Now, the other payments include 960,000 Ghana cedis as allowances to members of the Defense and Interior Committees of Parliament, and 309,000 Ghana cedis to the Subsidiary Legislation Committee for the enactment of laws for the NSB. Now, many people have called for investigations into all these things this guy is saying. My brother, my sister, from where I am sitting, I can only see blackmail. I can only see nothing but blackmail. My brother, my sister, this matter is in court. Therefore, I am going to be very, 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 very judicious with my comments. Now, before these allegations were made, and after the allegations were made, was there any response at all? Did the lawyers sit down with the Attorney General to say these things? If truly it has national security implications, did they have to wait till this point, leak a certain letter to the public, and then list some of these things? Are they ready to wreck the nation in case what this guy is saying is true? I don't know how many people are following this. My brother, if truly the 49 million Ghana cedi theft has security implications, did we have to go public to this point? If we truly love our nation, couldn't we have sat in camera to listen to some of these, probe them behind doors, and then if we are not satisfied, we could then move on to the courts? How did it come this far? Did the lawyers do a good job? Or they are just ready to wreck the nation? Just like that other guy, what's his name again? Ntim Fordjour did with the cocaine saga. My brother, my sister, I'm not going to talk too much about this. If the money was given to Mahama to buy how many cars, in his days, 3 cars, what were the cars used for? First and foremost, is it true or is it false? We need to look at some of these things. Now, if it truly has national security implications, there is no need to come out publicly and talk blah, 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 blah. This is a young man who was in a certain position, my brother, my sister. And from what we see and know, he's been able to get himself so wealthy. And the source of his wealth is questionable. Do we not deserve to know how he made his money? Do we not deserve to know exactly how this guy got his money and how he gets his money? That's the question we are asking. Because this is an allegation, I will leave it here and expect that there would be a response to where the money went. All these allegations made, the Attorney General is here. Whatever it is, let due diligence be done. We want to see how this thing would end. Now, the next issue I would like to look at is also taken from Ghana Web, and it says reversal of renamed universities. Yes, reversal of renamed universities. NDC desperately trying to erase Akuffo Addo's legacy. And this is Asensu Boakye speaking. Asensu Boakye was my mate at UST Kumasi. We were in the same hall. We used to call him Kabila. I always say this. So I'm going to be very, 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 very calculated with my remarks here. Watch this. At the end of the day, Ghana would be the winner. Now, the member of parliament for Bantama, Francis Asensu Boakye, has accused the ruling NDC of deliberately trying to erase the legacy of former President Nana Addo Dankwa Akuffo Addo by reversing the naming of certain universities in the country. Asensu Boakye described the plan by the NDC administration through the Minister of Education, Haruna Idrisu, to reverse the action by the then Akuffo Addo government as petty and deeply regrettable. In a Facebook post on Thursday, 8th May 2025, and that's today, he asserted that the government's actions reveal a sense of desperation, accusing them of engaging in unpatriotic behavior that undermines efforts towards nation building. I'll leave it here. Now, with all respect, where was Asensu Boakye when Nana Akuffo Addo went round renaming universities he never built? Where was he? My brother, in the tenure of office of Nana Akuffo Addo, we saw him build a statue for his own father. He placed the statue right there in front of the Togo embassy at cantonments. That statue is still sitting there awaiting destruction. My brother, my sister, Nana Akuffo Addo went round renaming universities that he never built. My brother, my sister, he renamed a whole airport that he never built. If you truly have any legacy, at least build the outfit and name it. What Nana Akuffo Addo did was to go around and rename. And let us look at the dossier. What names did he give to these universities? They were names directly affiliated to his political party. So it looked like, and seemingly so, and absolutely so, an agenda to propagate his party and the parochial nature of renaming these universities. My brother, my sister, made it clear that the president was being petty. My brother, my sister, can we go deeper into this? If a president comes into power and he thinks that that is absolute, he can do anything he wants. Sometimes it is necessary to let them know that power is transient. Power is a fleeting illusion. It will soon leave you, and you would wonder if you were the same person in that position a few moments ago. For Asensu Boakye, I am really sad that he says the legacy of Nana Akuffo Addo. What legacy? The legacy of lies and arrogance? Nobody is interested in the legacy of lies and arrogance. Ghanaians have rejected this party, and it will take trillions of years for Ghanaians to come back to this party after we all, including Asensu Boakye and Nana Akuffo Addo, dead and gone, all of us. 20 generations to come may not know the true story of this arrogance, and they might want to go with this party. As it stands right now, I support the renaming. Let us look exactly at what names are there. Let's look at the affiliation. What names were there before the renaming? We need to find out that. But again, in conclusion, can we deal with the airport? It is still called Kotoka International Airport. If any outfit has to be renamed, in fact, let us begin with renaming Kotoka International Airport. My brother, my sister, we have so many heroes. And if you want, I can mention 1 million right now. In fact, we can decide to call it the Dingasise International Airport. We can also call it the Tinkaminan International Airport. These are all names related to this country. Oh, Nana Efua International Airport. Nana Efua was a king. Remember, I didn't say queen. From Chebi, who was almost like Ya Asantewa. If we know Ya Asantewa too much, let us also look at Nana Efua. Who exactly was she? What did she do? We can name the airport after these people. They were great heroes, not Kotoka. For me, if President Mahama will listen to me, the first name change should start with the airport. It's a disgrace that in our democracy thus far, we still have an airport that is named after a villain that only Jerry John Rawlings saw as a hero. And to my very good brethren, Francis Asensu Boakye, Nana Addo had no legacy. We can credit him with the free SHS to a huge extent. Aside that, what other legacy? The legacy of arrogance, legacy of corruption, legacy of everything abnormal, legacy of flying around the world in chartered planes, legacy of disregarding his own people's whims and caprices, legacy of fighting his own political party in parliament to the point there was a demonstration to get his finance minister out. Is that a legacy we are talking about? Nana Addo basically had no legacy except a dwarfish legacy of arrogance. I'll leave it here. Next thing I quickly want to look at, and this will take only about 5 minutes and I'll be done. I'm reading this from Ghana Web, and it says, Afenyo Markins reports to police over alleged assault incident. And I read, Now, the Ghana Police Service has confirmed that the minority leader, Alexander Afenyo Markins, tendered himself to offer to help with investigations into a reported clash with a police officer during the Save the Judiciary event on Monday, May 5, 2025. Now, the police said that the Criminal Investigations Department is looking into a claim that the Honorable Afenyo Markins attacked a uniformed police officer at Parliament House's entrance. Now, the CID formally requested the inquiry to be launched, and the Speaker of Parliament, Right Honorable Alban Bagbin, ordered the Ifutu MP to assist the authorities. As directed on Wednesday, May 7, 2025, Afenyo Markins reported to the police to help with the continuing investigation. In a surprising development, the police service also disclosed that it has started a parallel investigation into counter petition filed by Afenyo Markins, who claimed that the same officer who had been engaged in the initial complaint had assaulted him. According to reports, the incident happened when Afenyo Markins led a group of protesters who were presenting a petition for increased judicial independence at the Parliament House. If there's one lawmaker who is also a lawless person, then that's Afenyo Markins. Very lawless lawmaker. Do we all remember the incident of Ntim Fordjour? When legally state institutions agreed to investigate an alleged case of cocaine trafficking and money laundering, we were told that this honorable, unreverend Ntim Fordjour refused my brother, my sister, to avail himself for the investigation. And when the security apparatus decided to arrest him because he was still going around bad-mouthing the country, Afenyo Markins was the one who stood in to broker a certain peace deal, promising that he would bring Ntim Fordjour to the security forces. As we speak right now, he failed to do that. And the security apparatus has kept quiet over this. I am sad. Now the Speaker of Parliament is beginning to disappoint me over and over, and I'm so ashamed. What is happening to Alban Bagbin? All of a sudden, it looks like he has become limp and impotent. He promised that within a certain number of days, the guy who said in Parliament and uttered loudly, "Daughter of murderer," as they said, not a murderer, daughter of murderer, should avail himself and opt in, or else they will opt him out. Show yourselves to us, or we will find you. We will fish you out. Better still, we will smoke you out of your hole. It was an empty threat, it seems, as we see right now. Speaker of Parliament, if you continue doing this, nobody's going to respect your words. From the beginning, you have been so serious with utterances, but it looks like now you are on holiday, and people are taking advantage of this and misbehaving. What happened to that case? Why has Ntim Fordjour not been delivered to the security people? My brother, my sister, what is happening to us? Today, minority leader in Parliament, micro-minority leader in Parliament, a party that has disappointed Ghanaians for 8 solid years. Nobody wants to even hear them. A few of them, you can count them on your fingertips, are in parliament. Micro minority, insignificant minority, they are in parliament. And they also have a leader, another insignificant leader. And this guy slapped a policeman in the face. What effrontery. You know what he said? He said the policeman targeted his heart and hit with full force with his palm the left side of his chest, targeting his heart, which dazed him, and he almost collapsed. Hey, you can play with words as much as you want. He said in the end, involuntary action. In his own words, he said, spontaneous reaction. He slapped the policeman. You are not even strong. You don't look strong. If it was an open fight, according to you, this bulky policeman who was standing behind the barricades, could you ever attempt to raise a finger at him, let alone blow him in the face? What effrontery. Today, the same Afenyo Markins who said he was slapped directly on his heart. We didn't see that on camera, but we saw him slapping a bulky policeman. Hey, Ghana Police Service, if you let this go, more policemen will be slapped and people would go free. We remember in the days of Sam George, Ayawasu Wogong, a certain policeman, better still security operative, because they had no certificates, they couldn't speak the English language. When they went on that investigation committee, whatever, they had to bring interpreters to interpret the language they were speaking. Slapped Sam George twice. In fact, watching the incident on TV, I felt I was the one being slapped. I'm sure if I was the one, my brother, my heart would have stopped beating immediately. Because the heftiness of that slap, it would take hefty people like Sam George to withstand that. At the time, what did they say? That it was worth it. Sam George was too chatty. In other words, yabby. Today, a policeman who is paid like he's working in a circus, my brother, my sister, fair salary, is doing his work for the nation, and a parliamentarian who's supposed to be making laws takes the law into his hands to slap this policeman on duty. This policeman never retaliated. My brother, my sister, I am happy Afenyo Markins went to the police. But again, why is he shielding Ntim Fordjour, as we are told? What is the truth? Neil Vanderpoy, you made it clear that if Afenyo Markins doesn't bring Ntim Fordjour, and that you gave some threats. Can we see that in action? Well, my name Blakk Rasta. I leave it all here.